Let's go. Let's go into the cadence strategy. We are going to make certain that we start off our series of trades without having a series of 3 losers in a row. Let's be honest, nobody likes having 3 losers in a row. So these first 3 trades, trades 1, 2, and 3, oftentimes we want to start out with a bang. It just helps you out with the confidence in your trades. And let's talk about like where you're coming into the market each day. A lot of people believe that you can go, okay, this time of day, the market is always like this. Well, that's not true. There are some generalities that we can wrap around certain times a day. You can't ever guarantee a win, but can you put stats on your side at certain times of day and at certain situations? Yes, that's the entire purpose of any given strategy, that you know a strategy, if it has edge, then you know that may be profit factor wise, or it may be win rate, or it may be a combination of both. We like the combination of both. I want to make sure that I don't start out with 3 losers. Now, can I guarantee that I'm never going to start out with 3 losers, even if I do what I'm about to do? No, you absolutely could, but the stats that we've looked at are very, very slim. What you're going to find in a backtested automated strategy, green. Okay, so if you are looking down your list of trades in order from top to bottom and moving down this direction, you're going to start to see groupings in there. What you'll find out, especially in automated trading, this is where you're trying to hit some of these zones. You want to catch the area where you got a few of these in a row. And what would be great is if you could avoid a few zones like this. Imagine you being able to eliminate or avoid these 2 red zones if these are losers and the green ones are winners. So you got win, 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 loser, loser, win, loser, win, win, loser, 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 win. You get the picture, right? So if you're looking down this list, oftentimes you will see a distribution that looks about like this. So what we want to do is we want to avoid this, right? What if we could just cut out one of those? If that series was cut out, even leaving this one in, think about the difference in your P&L by just eliminating this set of losers. That, by doing that alone, this adds to your bottom line P&L. You guys understand that? That top line number, or in our case, the bottom line number, when you are going to see like what's the total, this is what we're going to avoid by simply waiting until we see one of these. Because how do we know when a series, I mean, wouldn't it be great if we could just, determine exactly when a series of losers, what is going to occur? Well, that would be fantastic. And maybe, who knows, like maybe you have come up with a way to do that. If you have, contact me and let me know if you have been able to figure out the markets perfectly and you know exactly when one of these is going to occur. Come on, chat with me and let me know. But let's say that you didn't. A really cool way to do this is simply wait until one of these occurs, because what will oftentimes happen is after a series of losers, oftentimes there will be a streak of winners that might look a little something like this. So if you were to wait until one of these sets occur, imagine this coming back up here, and this is your series of losers, and now you waited until this series of losers went by. You could start out with a cadence. Here comes the word why my cadence comes into play. Cadence is a musical term, but now the cadence and the stepping of the music, it's like kind of going bump, 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 bump. The market has a certain cadence to it. Now, each day the cadence may be different, but you are going to see this consistently, where you will find a series of losers followed by oftentimes a series of winners. And what you want to do is capitalize on moments like this one. Okay, wouldn't that be awesome to just get boom, 5 winners in a row, 4 winners in a row? Or in a scenario like, let's say that you were to have started right here and started to take 5 trades, and now you've only got that one, that's maybe that one loser right in there, because you already let this series of losers pass you by, which is like putting money into your pocket. Also, if you're starting out with a smaller account, avoiding this is almost sometimes a necessity. When people come and ask you, what's the absolute minimum I can start with? And you're like, okay, I'm starting with a Very small on Emini's account, 2,500, which allows you to trade up to 5 contracts on the RTY, Dow, and the Russell, or RTY and the Dow. That may be something you absolutely need to do. You need to start getting some of those winners right off the bat so that you can put those in a tank. So this really applies in several different ways to be able to do this. So let's look into the application of how we do this in using or going directly in with the Enigma in particular. So we're looking at our 5 trades here. Now, some people have gotten this wrong. In fact, I spoke with one of our members even recently. You know, he had been trading for a while, going through what he had thought was the cadence strategy that I had talked about and talked through, but didn't understand this one thing. I want to make sure I emphasize this. Please take notes right here, or like pause the video and just prepare yourself right now for this moment. I want to make certain that this part is extremely clear, because I've talked about this before, but it was not clear enough for this member particularly to understand this part right here. They understood that in our cadence that I was waiting until those three losers, or what I call sometimes 3 reversals, three that worked in the opposite direction. So whether you want to, like, you know, if you want to not use negative words, there's a lot of, you know, positive concepts around speaking positively and avoiding negative words. So if you don't want to call them failures or losers, then call them reversals. All right, so I want to wait until maybe 3 reversal opportunities, which for tonight's examples, I'm just going to still call them failures or losses. Okay, but you may want to, again, try to avoid the negative language by calling them reversals. Okay, so with those 3 losers gone by and in sim, okay, you want to make sure that those are gone by in sim, or visualizing that, yep, those were 3 losers. I would now like to begin trading in my live account. Or if you are still practicing, or if you're in a virtual account, you know, if you, depending on, you know, where you're at, I'm not saying, oh, go live. I'm never going to tell you like, okay, go live, trade live. You need to make that decision on your own at your own discretion. However, what I like to do is wait until 3 losers on my sim account and then start to execute after those 3 losers so that I can start on a winning cadence. Okay, now I'm going to tell you from end to end how this works. You are not going to, I want to make sure you fully understand this. This is not wait until 3 losers and then take full 5 trades, because this is what the misunderstanding was with one of our members. They thought after 3 trades, after 3 losers go by, now I'm trading 5 trades no matter what. That is not true. Within those 5 trades, I want to get 2 winners. Okay, the 2 winners, I should do these in green here. The 2 winners, we have a little phrase that, you know, I didn't coin this original phrase. Everybody kind of knows, or I don't say everybody, there's a lot, we've got a lot of new folks, even post-millennials, that don't know this phrase, but it is winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now, I don't know if that came from a movie. I think it came from a famous movie. Somebody put down in the comments down below where that came from, but the infamous winner, winner, chicken dinner, if you Google that phrase, that's what I want you to remember here tonight. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That is 2 winners, and that is going to pay for your chicken dinner. This is what we're going to live on. This is the end of what we call a full session, is to get those 2 winners out of your 5 trades. Now, I'm not looking to go, oops, let's do it in red. 1, 2, 3 losers, and then begin all 5 of these trades. That's not it. What we're actually thinking we're doing is going 1, 2, 3, already done, hopefully still at 0 profit on the day, not in the negative, because if each one of these was a $100 loss or a $200 loss, let's go on the high side, 200. So now you would be at around a minus 600. That is $600 that have gone right into your pocket because you avoided those 3 losers. Okay, you follow so far? Then what I'm hoping to do is catch 2 winners, because oftentimes you can actually go look on almost any, well, if you have a good fully automated strategy, you're oftentimes going to see series of losers followed by series of winners. And oftentimes the series is much larger. You'll see 3 losers, and then all of a sudden you'll see 4 or 5 winners in a row. And out of those next 4 or 5, all I'm trying to do to pay the bills, what I kind of call put food on the table type of scenario, is winner, winner, chicken dinner. Hopefully I'm driving that home. Yes, I've said it 2 or 3, 4 or 5 times. I know that's the whole point, because I realize that people do not catch things if you say it just one time. So hopefully I'm saying it enough here tonight for it to really sink in. And I am going to show you guys some examples here at the end, so hang tight. Okay, so winner, winner, chicken dinner after our 3 losers. So our 5 total, I just want to be very clear that our 5 total is all of these. Okay, again, the bonus, let's not talk about the bonus quite yet. That was another misconception that in talking with this same member was also confused about the bonus. I am not telling you all the time to take 6 trades. I am telling you to take 5 trades. And if an absolutely perfect trade shows up, and you just cannot help yourself, because again, you should be working in the standard operating procedure of 5 trades, but then you might sit back and go, well, let's see if like an absolutely perfect one shows up. I'll go ahead and take that bonus trade. But it is not to go, I've seen this particular person was going bonus 1, bonus 2, bonus 3, and I'm like, what are you doing? And you know, was just kind of totally lost, but we got him back on track with these 5 trades. Hopefully you've got it by now. I want to go 1, 2, 3, and I want these to be winners. Now I can do more, and this set, which was a little bit where the confusion came, was because I had told him within 5 trades after these 3, if this is let's see if I can make 5 sections here. There we go. These are a little bit of a mess there, but within these 5, I need to find 2 winners. Whoops. But hopefully this is helpful to you guys, and you will get a lot out of this as I show you guys the live examples. So starting this right here with this line, this dividing line, you are starting your, hopefully, I mean, what I'm wanting right here is I want these first 2 to just boom. I want 2 winners. Boom, boom, right there. But sometimes you're not going to get that. Okay, maybe sometimes, and in fact, I had one of these with one of my live trades this week. You saw my very first trade was a reversal, right? Or again, like I said tonight, we're going to call it a loss, but most of the time I want to use the word reversal for myself. But you know, for tonight, losers and winners. Okay, so we had loser, loser, loser to the left. I did not take those, but these were sim. Well, they weren't even sim. I looked to the left, and they had already gone by on the chart. This was trading the afternoon session. I saw the 3 to the left. But then there was another one, and I took this one, okay? Because I'm like, okay, cool. I want to start this. This is my trade 1. Trade 1 was a loser. But I mean, this actually gets me really excited. When I take that first one as a loser, well, the odds are in my favor that this next one becomes a winner. The more that I go farther down this list, the more likely I am to get a winner, because we know, like we've looked at the stats, it is very rare for us to see a series of 8 losers in a row. Oftentimes with a lot of our strategies, to lose 8 in a row is about a 1 to 2% chance that you lose 8 in a row. When it gets to 9 in a row is typically less than 1% chance for the majority of our strategies. Now, like I say, all of them, but when I'm talking about the Enigma particularly, it is very hard to find a series of losers when you are using the same stops and targets that we're using with these Enigmas. So this next one I'm going to trade, and remember, one of our things that we talk about that I want you to know, if you're new with us, you may not know this, but as I increase my trades, I want to, here's what we say, I want to increase my trade size from trades 1 through 5. That is a very important thing to remember. All right, I popped that little phrase over here on the left-hand side. You might want to pause the video, write down that phrase, increase my trade size from trades 1 through 5. Now, again, everything I'm telling you here tonight, this is how I approach the markets as a mentor. This is how I would suggest to someone how they would approach this. Nothing I'm telling you here has, I'm not saying you must do this. I'm not telling you to do this. If you are here to learn my method and how I approach the markets, this is what I teach. I'm teaching thinking about trading and increasing my trade size from trades 1 through 5. I'm not going to infinitely increase my size because we don't have an infinite account size, but you should have an account size that is capable of handling and managing an increase from trades 1 through 5, and that you'll have to base on your own risk tolerance and your account size, whether you're trading micros, minis, or if you're trading stocks, forex, crypto, etc. Okay, so those are the things you need to work out. That's a whole other separate video here, but I'm thinking, so as I trade this trade right here and I take a loss on my first trade, on my next trade, I want to do what I call a +1, which just means in my head on the next trade, I want to at least go 1 contract larger than the one in front. Now, just because I say +1 doesn't mean that I have to go just +1. On the next one, I might go +2, or I might go +3. Depends on your own account size and risk tolerance, how you want to do that. But the general guideline for, remember what we said before, the SOP, standard operating procedure, I want to think that I'm taking my 5 or 6 trades per session, and I'm going to increase my trade size from trades 1 through 5, and I'm looking to trade for 60 to 90 minutes tops to be able to define a session. Again, these are all guidelines that how I approach the markets and how I teach it, but these are my standard operating procedures for running my trading business, and you should have your own standard operating procedures as well. If you want to copy mine, that's up to you. That's what we're here to teach you. So on this next trade, if this first trade here was, again, in my case that day, I believe I had traded 4 contracts. On my next one, I want to trade how many? 5 or 6, right? I believe on the next trade, I went with 6 contracts. That one happened to be a winner. Now, what happens is when you take a loss on this one and you start to increase your trade size, naturally, this oftentimes will, well, in fact, in the time with ours, if you're trading with our sizing and our targeting, this is going to make up for the one prior and also put you in even positive territory. You should be able to see that. And again, like the way that these trade with an Enigma, you know, as of right now, depending on which chart you're on, but oftentimes this is a 20 tick target for target 1 with a runner where we exit on an opposing color. Okay, we'll go into some of those details here when we get to the examples. But this was one of those here that day. So after I have had my one winner there, I still need one more to be able to finish out this section, right? So I can draw those evenly. So after I had a loser, then I had a winner, I still need one more to get my winner chicken dinner, right? So at this point, I'm up a few $100s on this first set of trades, even though, remember, we started out, I already had 1, 2, 3, which I want to call winners. You see, I'm making these green now. Why? Because this is like money in my pocket. I didn't have that minus 600 that might have occurred to those first 3. Now I only lost a little bit on this first trade, and this one right here, boom, I'm already in the positive, up a few $100s on my trade. Okay, you guys following that so far? Okay, so 3 winners, there we go. This one was an L, there's a winner, and I believe the next one was a winner, and there is your winner chicken dinner. Now, if worst case scenario, so let's say that that one wasn't though. Let's go hypothetically that you end up having one right after that and it was an L. Okay, you take a loss. Now, I do not have to, if this one was a 6, if I had done 6 contracts on this, I do not have to increase my trade size here. In fact, I can kind of start over if I'm already in the positive. But what you want to mentally think for yourself is what we say over here. Remember our phrase, increase your trade size from trades 1 through 5. I do want to start going ahead and thinking about going ahead and putting on some more risk because I'm looking to increase my reward. Now, you don't have to. Again, I'm just telling you how I operate. I'm looking to put on some size because now that I've already got some money in the bank for that day, I can start to increase my size. Now, I don't have to, but we're just going to put some more money in the bank. Hopefully you catch on to this. And this is where really kind of the rubber meets the road and the difference between not necessarily a winner and a loser, but a winner and a winner, meaning the winner who makes $1,000 a day versus the winner who makes a few hundred. It is the difference in the size of the P&L. And the more that you practice this, the better you will get at this, playing this game. All right, believe I've covered all those parts. Let's go into some live examples. Primary setup right now on my live streams, you see that I've got 3 charts open on my screens. Now this one I've modified for right now to be in the 3 range just because I want to do a bigger screen to set this up, but oftentimes this same setup is here, but this one I have my algo bars on it. So slight difference here if you're wondering about why it looks a little bit different here tonight for the examples. I just went ahead and threw the 3 range that I've got over here on the right, I put it here on the left so it'll be a little bit bigger for us to see because we're going to be looking to the left a lot more than we would normally, and we don't need it necessarily when we're doing in the live environment, but you get the picture. Okay, so let's see if we can start out and let's start to play with the cadence. Now I do want to, before we start into this, to know a couple of things about my personal stats on the Enigma of what I have found. Okay, we need to split this up to morning versus afternoon. Okay, so in the morning session I am doing a what I call a 2-2. In the afternoon, I am doing the 3-2. What does this mean? On the left, I am actually looking for 2 losers. Let's change this to losers, or again, I'm going to call it the reversals. Get in the habit. You get the point. We've beaten that dead horse here tonight. Whoops. Better. So we've got our 2 losers. Then I want to switch over to my winners, and same thing, 3 losers. Then I'm looking for my 2 winners in the afternoon. So the difference here is this number right here. So in the afternoon, my cadence that I'm going to wait for is I'm going to wait for the 3. In the morning, though, I'll talk about why do I only want to wait for 2. If you have been watching on the Enigma, oftentimes it is actually hard to find 3 losers in a row. Have you seen that, where it's like, wow, you can't even hardly find 3 losers in a row, because there's just, I mean, it's boom, boom, a winner. It doesn't matter, both directions, up and down. It's such a powerful strategy that oftentimes it's harder, easier to find them in the afternoon versus the morning. So in the morning, so what do I define the morning? Let me go ahead and draw out what I have as the definition for that time frame. So this is going to be 9 to 11 a.m. I am looking for, I'm considering this my morning. Again, it can be, longer than that particularly, but 9 to 11. Prior to that, not as good. I want to look for the 3 before that, but between 9 and 11 a.m., I can wait for just 2, and then I will look for my 2, and I will start again, looking for 2 losers, and I'm looking to go and play for my 2 winners in the morning, afternoon, or any other time. I would just call it any other time. On over this way, we're looking for a 3-2, meaning going ahead and doing the 3 cadence reversals and then standard direction for 2 winners to take home the bacon. You follow that? Okay, so as I say that, I'm going to go ahead and start in the afternoon, just because we've already been talking about the 3, but it's just as easy to look in the morning to look for the 2-2 scenario. So let's start here. This is the afternoon. This is around 11:51. Let's start looking right over here, and let's see if we can find ourselves what would be 3 losers. Now, one of the keys that you want to write down for this, what I'm using is the F11. Many people in our room continue to ask me, Vinny, what are you using to draw the fib circles? It is the F11 by default. Out of NinjaTrader, press F11 and it will give you the fib circle drawing tool that looks like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark my losers with the fib tool. Now, that one right there, what am I going to define as a winner? A winner is going to be if the trade goes in the direction of the Enigma by 20 ticks. So let's measure this first one. This one's going to be a close one here. That one is, wow, that's actually a lot. That is 40 ticks. So that one technically, that one is a winner, not a loser. This one right here, though, doesn't look like we went 20 ticks. Now, what is a loser? A loser is defined by a trade that goes back down behind the Enigma from price. Price went down behind the Enigma before it went 20 ticks. Now, this one here, yes, it went up 10, 15-ish, but it probably didn't go a full 20. So again, I will count this one as a loser. Everybody should understand that. If you don't, just work on it. Okay, it'll take some practice, but it's not actually that hard. So that one I'm going to count as a loser. I'm going to press F11, and I just trying to grab my mouse. I just want it to stand out like that. Okay, again, you can make them bigger, smaller, up to you. And I'll show you my settings on some other video. I've got my settings and my colors a little bit different. You can make yours look whatever you want. You guys show me your settings and kind of come up with something cooler than mine. I've got like some white and red and green there to make it look like a little target thing. You set yours and see what you think. Now, this one here, questionable. I might call this one a loser, but technically that one was a winner. Let's just measure it out and see. That one, it went as high as, that's 38 ticks. Technically, that's a winner, so this is not 2 losers in a row. That one, definitely a loser, so I'll press F11 here on that one. This one, that first one, questionable. We'll go ahead and just because there's 2 in this space and it really should have gone a lot farther, this one looks like it kind of wasn't, and I'm just going to mark a bigger one there. So I've got 2 losers in a row. I need 3. There we go. There's my third one right there. And so let's talk about scenarios like this. What do I count? If you have 2 in a row in a space back to back, oftentimes it's a red and a green. I count that as 1 if they're in the same space. I'm not going to go, oh, there's 2 right there. You can use some discretion there because, again, as I told you before, I'm looking, as long as I have got some losers out of the way, I just want to reduce the amount of, possibility of consecutive losers. If I just don't want to get caught in a, what I call the death roll streak, right? So, okay, so I've got my 3 in a row. What does that mean? I'm ready to start taking some trades. I mean, you can already see, boom, right after this, we get a big winner right here. This is a perfect, I mean, I did not pick this out. I literally just would look to the left. I was going to start at noon. I get my 3. I mean, it's kind of check marks, but these are losers, right? Boom, cool, awesome. You get excited. Yay, I found a loser. Yay, I found a loser. Yay, I found. It's hard to find losers in this sometimes. The Enigmas are so powerful, but here we go. I got my 3, so I'm getting excited. I should be ready to go. If you've got the full auto system turned on, you can now check the button that says, I want to take that next trade right there, right? And sure enough, here comes a beautiful trade setup. You're going to go for first 20 ticks. So control F3 here. So we enter in, where's 20 ticks here? Let's see. That's 27. So 20, there it is. So 20 ticks is right there, and we continue on a run. So 20 plus, we're going to exit when we see an opposing signal. So the green shows up right about here. That is 95 ticks, folks. That is a beauty. I mean, really, you only need one of those, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take that trade, and I get a winner. And then how about the next one? Can I take the next one? Yep, I could. So let's measure this one. Control F3. How do we do here? If we get long, how do we get? We get 31 ticks out of that, so we only get 1. And again, we stop back on our second contract, or other half of our position, or however you want to push your runner. We get our 20 ticks for sure, but the second one we will stop out coming back, and it's not a full stop out. It is just we are going to close at break even, maybe plus a tick right there. So there's your winner chicken dinner for the session, and we can start our cadence count again. There's a loser right there. F11, that one, oh, that's a big winner right there. That's close. What do we want to call this one? Literally to the tick. We could call that a loser, but it doesn't really matter because the next one's a winner too. So that's a winner. Even if we were to call it, that's basically three winners in a row. Winner. So again, you kind of get in these scenarios where it's like, wow, I can't even find any losers. This one, there's 2 in a row. Again, this one, I give an example. I would count this as 1. I would not count this as 2. They're kind of sitting on each other, if I was really just like, I feel like, if I can use my own discretion to go, no, I'm not going to count that one, or I would. Okay, this one, yeah, definitely a loser. So we got 1, 2, and this one, don't think that quite went 20 ticks, so we'll go ahead and count that one as a loser. Uh-oh, what do I got here? 1, 2, and 3. I am ready to go on the next trade, right? Uh-oh, I got another one. This is that same scenario I talked about earlier. This was, there it is. We had 4 in a row right here. Again, caught in this big move up. Okay, we press F11. I lose on that one, right? So I get in to go short right there. Boom, stop out. Again, generally small stop out. So I have my own personal loss. Okay, check, lose. But you can clearly see next play is going to be a winner and then some. So I've already put away that other one was 20 ticks plus 95. Then the next trade plus 20. We'll start, we'll have to pull out a calculator, start ganging up on all these ticks that we're collecting here. And here we go. Another winner chicken dinner. Here we go. Boom. That one's going all the way. Can we close on an exit? We'd have to close on a red. So there's our exit. 91 ticks right there. See that? It's the Y value. I've got that set to ticks. You can set your ruler tool to ticks as well. Yours by default will probably not be that. You have to go into properties of that and set it to ticks right here on the Y value display type. Drop down, select ticks instead of, I believe it defaults to points, which anybody who talks to you in points is stupid. All right, here we go. Let's go to, so you got 20 plus 91 ticks, on however many contracts you're doing that on. Beautiful. And is that just one winner? Yes, that's just one. So now I'm going to keep on trying. So next one, I'm looking to, it's debatable. Do you take this one? Maybe. So you've got loser, this one. Yeah, that's a winner. Like, it's hard to see it, but that is definitely a winner. And that one is, believe it or not, that is also a winner. From there to there, it doesn't look like much, but that's 37 ticks. It's easier if you kind of do like this and start to zoom in and to go, did you get 20 ticks out of it? Yes, in fact, you got 37 with 17 extra there on you, but did you get your 20? Remember, I call if I get 20 ticks, That's a win. And how much is 20 ticks? 20 ticks on a single contract, 20 times $5, that is $100. Okay, 2 contracts, it's 200. Yeah, and so on and so forth. 20 ticks on, this is a $5 per tick market on the NASDAQ. All right, so we catch that one. Now, again, another double Enigma to the long side and another giant winner with the exit at the red. That is 154 ticks on the exit on the opposing color. Are you starting to see how we play? This is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, these are all just not one of these losers, just going on and on. Hard to find a series of losers, but let's see if we can find a series of losers again. Let's look. This one, let's call this one a loser. Okay, yeah, it went back there to a tick. Didn't quite go, so we'll count that one as a loser. And that's a loser. And that's a loser. Great. Are we excited? Isn't it weird? It's kind of cool though when you start to play this style of strategy. Again, I'm not saying that this is my only strategy. I want to point this out to a lot of people. I've had people on Twitter, you know, low IQ from ICT being, oh yeah, this is the only thing you trade. It's like, no, this is just one of many different types of strategies that we have. But people have been asking about how you can play the cadence. It's very simple, very straightforward, and highly effective. Some of our members are having a massive amount of success with this strategy by itself. So we got our 3. I want to start taking trades. Now this is a little bit jammed up in here. Let's see if we got 20 ticks out of this next one. So we take this trade. That's 32 ticks, technically a winner. Now right after it, this would be a loser. Okay, now we get in this congestion zone. You can kind of see the congestion back and forth. You got to close this out. This counts as 1. I know this is, I'm glad this example came up right here. Whenever they are back to back like this, I count this as 1. This is, let me draw it like this. That right there, that whole little congestion, that counts as 1. Everybody follow that? And then these close together like this, I do not count this as 2. This is also 1. You follow that? Because you're going to have this, it's basically going to be a scalp or a scratch trade on these. When these occur, you're going to immediately, you get in and then, oh, nope, got to close out. Okay. Little minor scratch trade. Little minor loss, but now this is locked and loaded. We had 3 in a row. We had a winner. Then we've got 3 in a row. Now, what should we be waiting on? What's our time? Oh, we're getting to the end of the day. This is very dangerous. Okay, so also you got to take into account time of day. We're coming into the end of the day here, so be very careful. But let's see how it plays out even to the end of the day. Here we go. So we want to take this. Oh, nope, that one's a loser. No surprise. I mean, we're literally 5 minutes to the close. So at the end of the day, you got to be very careful there. End of day, I'm looking for a double Enigma after 3:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Final 7 minutes, I'm looking for a double Enigma and then taking that, riding it to the end of the day if that shows up. There wasn't one here. These are invalid trades at this point, but you did quite well trading into the middle of the day. Let me find a morning session. We'll do one more example and then we will wrap it up. Let's move through these quickly. Here we go. Starting over here on the left, we got loser, loser. Let's pull up our deals. We're going to mark these quickly. Hopefully you guys get it now. Though that's 2. Boom. Then we get a winner. What I tell you guys in the morning, 2 and then a winner, right? No surprise. This one, technically another winner back to back. That's a winner. That's a winner. That one, that's a loser. That one right there, 10 tick, that's a winner. That's 20 ticks, so can't count that one. Let's see if we can find one. That's a winner. There we go. There's one loser. That's a winner. That's a winner. That's, we're going to count this one as a loser. I'm going to count that as a loser. Oh, that's a winner. And when you start to go to the mornings, these are very, very effective in the morning. I mean, you could kind of just turn on full auto sometimes in the morning, feel your own discretion, but we're trying to follow the cadence strategy. I'm trying to find 2 losers in a row first. But I mean, look, all these, there's so many winners. Go look at the back test on this strategy and you will see what I mean. Here we go. Here's a weird spot. Very, very, this is a cluster. I mean, you can just kind of tell this is starting to get all clustered up here. So, I mean, I'm kind of excited to find a set of losers here. If you get in right here, you don't stop out till over here. Do y'all see that? Like that pivot right here. Let's zoom in on this, make sure you understand that. So if you were to enter in here to get long, remember a stop out is behind the Enigma. So these are kind of playing in, but they're not really, right? This whole play starts back here and the stop out happens right there. That little tip right there finally stops it out. basically to the tick, and then ultimately ends up running up about 20 ticks. But let's deal with this section here. As this one goes in, and now you immediately see the opposite, you know, this basically cancels each other out, and it's like, okay, like bail, right? But let's say that you did, like, let's say that you come in here and you reverse the position as this red shows up. Well, you get short. Do you go 20 ticks? Yeah. I mean, in fact, if you are on the red side, you go 20 ticks fully, but then you get red to green. It's basically a cluster right here. These are the ones, again, there's no perfect strategy out there, but this whole section right here, you know, you basically, whoops, you're getting a loser out of this section, right? We'll just draw big fat losers here. And I won't say huge losers. They're just little tiny, you know, these are scratchers that just suck. But if you were to, how do you avoid this? Simple. Was that a winner? Yes. Was that a winner? Yes. Aren't we supposed to be waiting for 2 losers? Yes. So am I going to take this trade right here? Do you see how cool this is and how this strategy with the cadence just, I'm going to remove all drawing objects here real quick. Do you see how, like, if I was waiting for 2 losers, like, I can't take that long, right? Because that's a winner. That's a winner. These are all winners. Like, okay, yeah, okay, finally I can start marking some losers. I end up marking maybe this whole section because it's like, well, I got to wait. I'm not taking anything until I see a loser and waiting on a loser to show up. And these are all back to backs. Because this section is so large, I'm going to draw in and go ahead and do 2 losers. Now, I'm not just doing that because I look over here to the right and I see that that's a winner, but I mean, yes, that's exactly what happens. That's 20 ticks. Can I make money out of 20 ticks? Yes, yes, I can. All right, so I'm going to start taking trades after my 2 losers. Boom. Can I get 2 winners in a row, or within 5 trades? Can I get 2 winners? Well, yes, but this one, these are back to back. So you know my drill. This one I'm going to count as a single loser. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Just, you can't hardly find in the mornings between 9 and 11. It's hard to find losers. I mean, it's winner after winner after winner. Hard to find 2 losers in a row. Here we go. Finally, here we go. Here we go. Loser, loser. Cool. I'm ready to take. Oh, that's a beauty. Beautiful, beautiful. Do you see how the cadence? You avoid those 2 right there, and then bam, you get this juice ball of a trade right here. Bam. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. It is amazing. And then we start, I mean, just here we go. Oh, here we go. Do we get some 2? That's a winner. Loser. No, even that one, technically that's going to go 20 ticks. That's 40 ticks. Like, it doesn't look like much. I can tell because I know the 3 range, right? I mean, but that literally, that's 40 ticks. And even if you slip on that, I mean, you're going to get 20 out of that. This one, yeah, 20 plus, you know, and yeah, just, you get the point. All right. This video is getting long. Thanks for hanging out here with me this evening. Hopefully you guys got something out of that on the Enigma cadence strategy. You're looking at your 5 trades. You want to let 2 or 3 of those go first. Then you want to start swinging away. So hopefully you guys have a fantastic weekend. I will catch you guys in the next one. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, and the rest of the gang, I am sending out the big H-Town. See ya.